Well, thankfully I had a couple of projects done and filmed, and I was able to get them edited and up in time. It's been a crazy 2 weeks. I've spent 2 weeks working on the water well. A lot of details, but there's no point in going into that. Made some improvements in case the pump does go out, so we'll have water for about a week if that happens. So that's all taken care of now. Finally got it all done. And I went and picked up and processed an 11-foot juniper log, Ashe Juniper. That's going to be the subject of my next 2 videos. One is going to be a big salad bowl that I promised to the lady that gave me the log. The other one's going to be kind of different, and that's the subject of this video. 2 weeks ago, my buddy Gord he turned a beautiful segmented donut. I'll put a link to that right there, and issued a donut turning challenge to other turners. So far, Gary, Papa 1947, has answered the mail with a 300 and something piece segmented donut about this big. Crazy show off. Anyway, I'm gonna turn a donut too, but it's gonna be a little different. What am I gonna make it out of? Well, I'm gonna make it out of this here piece of juniper. I've already cut it in half on my bandsaw. Why'd you cut it in half, Billy? You're gonna have to wait and find out. I've got something special in mind. It's not gonna be a huge, ginormous donut like Gary's was, but, oh, and I'll put a link to Gary's up here too. It's gonna be a little bit different. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to succeed. I say that all the time. I usually find a way. We'll see. So let's get to the lathe and see what we can do with this thing. Before we do that though, look how pretty the grain in that juniper is. Isn't that gorgeous? I've amassed a few stickers, actually a bunch more than I'm gonna put up right now. I'll get to them in the next video, I hope. Jen has a new design. Jen's woodworking and things. She's got a new design on her sticker. So she sent me one, and I'm going to put it over her old one because I think this one is just prettier. I'm gonna put it right there. If you haven't seen Jen's channel, check it out. I'll put a link up here. Dr. Ali's Woodturning, Chilipepper Ali. He's in the UK, good dude. He's a very talented turner. Looks like a good spot. Sticker was just about the right size. LC Woodworks, Larry. Sorry, Larry, I can't remember your last name right now. Larry, I'm gonna put you right there. Steve Twydell, Temple Boy Turnings, Forking Bananas. I'll put a link to Steve's channel. I'll put it up here. I think I'm gonna put you right there, buddy. And last, but by no means least, Leona Fay Woodturning. I'm gonna put a link to hers up here as well. She doesn't have very many videos up, but she should, because she is one of the most talented turners that I've seen in a while. So thank you, Leona. I'll put you up here next to Steve. I'm digging that sticker, I like it. Y'all check them out. Thanks guys, I appreciate it. If you don't already have one of my stickers, let me know and I'll get one on the way to you. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it up here on this spur drive. I already got my center mark on it. And I can make this flat up against the drive so that it's touching all the way around. Now I've got my dimple. If you watched my review video of this lathe, one of the things that you noticed was that the banjo moved a couple of times. I've been asked about that. Well, the problem was I had this lever over on the other side. You can switch it around. And with it on the other side, because of the way I had this positioned so that it was out of the way of everything, it wasn't out of the way of the locking lever on the banjo, and I didn't get it locked down enough. Since I've moved it over here, I've not had that problem. It doesn't move on me at all. With it locked, it don't move. I just didn't have it locked enough. So I've been asked about that. There's your answer. This little piece is a little out of balance. You can tell by the vibration of the light. I'm kicking it about 1100 RPM. Okay, here it's nearly round. I need to go a little bit more. This will give me, when I shape it, it'll give me a good enough tenon to turn around. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a tenon, turn around, put it in the jaws. Almost, we're not quite there yet. That's enough to work with. So before I put this in the tenon, put a chuck on here, I'm going to do the same thing to this here piece. I need to make more of a donut shape before I put it in the chucks. Yeah, okay. Ashe Juniper is so pretty. I'm going to put this one in the chuck first, hollow it. Okay, I've got it in the chuck. I'll retighten it in a minute just to make sure. What I want to do now, this is the smallest piece, so I'm going to hollow the inside of it out first. I cut 2 templates. This template will be my inside diameter. This template will be my outside diameter. So I'm going to cut this shape into here, leaving that size gap to the outside. This doesn't have to be precise, it just has to be close. So I know I want to come into about right there. And now I'll measure this. Again, it just has to be close. And there's my hole. I'll start taking material out of here until I get that shape. And this round nose scraper may well be the best tool for this. Not nearly deep enough. I need to go about another 1/8 of an inch. This doesn't have to be pretty on the inside. It's never going to be seen, but it needs to be close. But I don't want to go any deeper than that, I don't think. That may be close enough for the girls I run with, kids. That will do. I'm not going to sand the inside. It's pretty smooth anyway. What I do need to do, my donut hole is not going to be very big. I made this a little too small, but it's still going to be a donut. Now I want to take this down to the same diameter as the other one, and I want to true this tenon up a little bit. I'm using the other one as a friction drive. Now I'll finish that off on the bandsaw. I'm going to use my big skew and face this off. That ain't bad for a first guess. Not bad at all. That's getting really close now. That's good enough. That should be deep enough. All right, time to glue this together. See if I can rematch the grain somewhat. That's it right there. I lost my dimple, but that's okay. All right, I'm gonna let this set overnight because I want a really good glue bond. Okay, grain looks good. Okay, I'll leave that set overnight and then I will use this form to shape the outside, and then I'll come in here this way. And then I will build temporary jam chuck somehow to match this, turn it around and finish the other side. And then I'll show you what I've got planned. Okay, brought my tailstock up for support. Now what I want to do is begin to round this to this shape. Okay, this part is right. Now I still need to go an 1/8 inch deeper. This part is starting to look pretty good, so I just need to go down, straight down an inch, I mean 1/8 of an inch, and we'll see what happens. Oh man, that is so close. I can see a little light through it up here, but I don't want to change it anymore. That is just really, really close. So now what I want to do is back the tailstock up, take it off, cut this off, and start shaping this way. And there's my hole. So now what I want to do is gradually round this over so that it breaks the tenon. Yes, this has been a challenge. It's relatively true. It is just a donut. You ever seen a perfect one? I haven't either. But what I'm going to do now, I'm not going to use that gouge. I'm going to use my bowl scraper. Maybe that'll be less aggressive. That's pretty close, kids. Except I need to go more around in here. My hole's getting too small for my tools. Oh wow. Alright, I need to take this off. I'm good inside. Right here. Again, this doesn't have to be a perfect torus. I'm not making a torus, I'm making a donut. But the perfectionist in me won't let me stop. I'm gonna call that good. So now I will sand this up inside and out. I need to round that over if I can, but I can do that with sandpaper. Okay, so I've got my dimensions, my outside and my inside marked. The middle is about right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hollow this to fit this. Yeah, because of the size of the hole, it actually looks more like a bagel than a donut. But when I get done, hopefully it'll be donutty. So I'm going to hollow this out in here to fit this, and then I'll hot glue it in place and finish the backside. Alright, that'll do. When the glue gun's hot, I'll be back. Okay, I've got it attached with hot glue. I put some down in the bottom too. Tried to take it off because it wasn't quite centered enough to suit me. I couldn't break it loose without jerking this out of the chuck. So tomorrow I'm gonna let this sit overnight so it cures up nice and hard. Tomorrow I'll come back, take the chuck off of it, part this off, round this, and sand it up real good, and apply the first base coat of the finish, which is a couple coats of diluted shellac, and then I got something special in mind. If at first you don't succeed, get mad. No, just try something else. I thought I left this chucked up, but I can't remember if I used a 5/8 or a 3/4 to go all the way through. So I'm going to use a 5/8 to start with. That should be all the way. Now, let's see how many times we can knock this off the lathe doing the final shaping. This shouldn't be that difficult. About 875. All the pressure going toward the headstock would keep this thing from popping out of those jaws, but I just want to get it to where I can sand it and get it done. Alright, I need to take a lot more out of right there. I just need to smooth this up right here. Sanding it is. You ever just have one of those weeks? Juniper's not the easiest wood to work with, but man, that grain is pretty. Give that a little bit to dry, and then I'll start peeling the hot glue off out of here. Well, it wasn't quite as hard as I thought it was going to be. I've got it off, and it is a donut, but we're not done. I'm going to sand this up a little bit more off camera, and then I'll come back and show you what we're going to do. I'm going to stir it up real good. And this time, I waited until it started turning white to pour it in here. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to wait that long. I'm going to stir this up really good for a minute or two. When it starts getting pretty warm, I'm just going to pour it on over the top. Okay, now it's heating up good. So once it turns quick. See? It looks like crap over here because I wasn't quick enough with my pouring. That's where we are. This is going to take a while to cure over here on this side. Hadn't turned white yet because it's thin and it's not real hot. So I'm going to let this sit for a while and I'll be back. My wife thinks she's so smarty. She said about the donut, "That's just so cute. You need to turn a little plate for it." So I'm turning a plate for it. This is a piece of live oak. I didn't film getting it round, but it's round. It's in the chuck. Now I'm just going to make the top side of the dish, finish it, then I'll turn it around, put it in the cold jaws, and finish the bottom. So let's boogie. I want the bottom of the plate relatively flat. Okay, I've got rid of the globs over here. I kind of like it the way it is. It looks more natural, I think. So I'm mixing up some epoxy. Remember, my wife wanted me to do a little saucer for it, so I made a saucer. I got a feeling this one's going to stay at home. Actually, I know it is. She's already claimed it. I'm just going to throw a little 5-minute epoxy on the bottom of this donut. Center it on the plate by eye. It doesn't have to be perfect. Quit wiggling it, goofball. Okay, that's 5-minute epoxy. I'm gonna let this sit for probably, I don't know, 15-20 minutes. Then I'll come back and shoot the whole thing with lacquer, and this donut will be done. Okay, in a few minutes I'll come back and hit it again. I'll probably shoot it with a total of 4 coats over the next couple of hours. And then when it's dry, I'll turn it back over, spray the top. Okay, I got several coats on the bottom, so it's time to do the top of this here rascal. Give it a little while to dry. I'll come back and put probably 2 or 3 more coats on, and then in a few days I'll buff it up. But for all intents and purposes, it's nearly done. So here it is, Gord, my answer to your donut challenge. I turned a wooden donut, a glazed donut, and a little saucer to put it on. My name and logo burned in the bottom. I think it came out pretty cool. All in all, I'm happy with it. Oh, and it's hollow. So thanks for the challenge. It did test me a few times, but we got it done. And this one will be on display in the house. Thanks for watching, y'all. I appreciate it. I really do. I just do the things that I like doing and come out here and have fun. That's what it's all about. Every now and then I get issued a challenge of one sort or another, and I do my best to answer it. And the fat boy rambles again. So please like, share. Get this out there to people you think might be interested in seeing how I did it. I really appreciate it. That helps us out more than you can imagine. I mean, it really does. It helps us build the channel. Check out my sponsors, and as always, thanks very much to them. They help us out a ton. And doing this would be more difficult without them. Check out my affiliate links down below, my Amazon affiliate link. anything you buy there, it doesn't cost you any more. I just get a few pennies off of the sale. And my Starbond affiliate account or link is down there as well. So again, thanks, I really appreciate it. I'm not sure what the next project I'm going to have up is. There's a possibility it could be another re-edit of something that I think needs more attention than it's been getting, because I'm pulling music out and I'm doing some other stuff. Or it could be Beth's Juniper salad bowl. I'm just really not sure yet. Depends on how far along I get. That's taken some time because I want it to be really, really nice, so I'm taking my time on it. That, and I'm still healing, so I have to go a little slow. But I'm getting better. I appreciate all the comments and all the well wishes on that end. I appreciate all the well wishes and comments to that end. I really do. I mean, it means a lot. It really does. So y'all be safe. Appreciate one another, and y'all come back.